Hello, fabulous Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of March 2018, looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. What an amazing month it is. It starts on a full moon. It ends on a full moon. And in the middle, we've got this beautiful, inspired, healing new moon as well. So let's take it one at a time. Let's start with that full moon right out of the gate. Now this full moon is happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with friends and groups that you belong to. So this full moon is speaking in supreme harmony with Saturn. I love this energy. I feel like there's an element here of stability and maturity. Now, also with this full moon is Neptune. Neptune is standing across the sky from this full moon. And so this looks like it's very likely going to involve at least one friend or perhaps a group of people that you belong to. They are going to come into focus as you are starting this month. It is possible that there is some disappointment or some heightened expectations that can't necessarily be met, whether it is that you are hoping a friend or a group of people will do for you, or your association for them or with them will do for you. That could be one part of it, but the great thing is that you know how it is to move forward. You know what it is that you need to do, and you're able to behave in a way that is absolutely professional and absolutely mature. And that is where self-respect is won. That is a huge blessing of Saturn. I think of Saturn as ultimately it's about faith without works is dead. It has to do with understanding that when you take action, you're able to build a sense of self-respect that would not be there otherwise. So I feel that there's a lot to look forward to with this, a lot that you can be excited about. At the same time, be mindful that, yeah, there may be some heightened expectations. Maybe you can't always meet them. Sometimes you can. But ultimately, this will help you to move forward, especially in light of the big picture of your life. Now, as we move to the middle of the month, we are going to have a new moon. And I love this new moon, I must say. This new moon is speaking in harmony with Pluto. It is also speaking in supreme harmony with Jupiter in your sign. And there's another characteristic of this new moon that is special, and that is that it is happening hand in hand with Chiron. Now, Chiron is an asteroid, possibly the most widely used asteroid in astrology. And it is a representative, a symbol, if you will, of vulnerability and of healing, of moving beyond your vulnerability to understand how you are now different, how you can be better for the past, but put it behind you and in some way be healed emotionally, sometimes physically as well. Now, the great thing is that for you, this is happening in fellow water sign Pisces. I love this for you. I feel like with all the expansive and hopeful energy, all the lucky energy, thanks to Jupiter in your sign speaking with this new moon, it is going to bring an element of evolution to all matters of heart in particular. So there's a few ways to understand this part of the sky. One has to do with fertility and children. If you are wanting children or you have children, this can be a time of some very wonderful news finding you in that regard. This can also play out in terms of if you're an artist or you use your creativity to your advantage, you're able to really tap into some deep, profound truths in your work, and it will have a way of resonating with that many more people. But of course, when we're talking about heart, we got to talk about love. And this is where we start talking about love with this new moon. If you are someone open to meeting someone new, this is a beautiful energy, a very flirtatious energy, if you will. It really is about getting your flirt on, okay? And I feel as I look at this that there will be opportunities there. And in some way, it ends up being very meaningful to you. As I said, healing is a big part of this energy. So it's almost as if through the act of fun and enjoying your life and meeting new people and getting your flirt on, as I like to say, get your flirt on, because that can actually be the pathway to understanding how much you've changed, what has healed, or it could end up being a moment that is that much more meaningful for the impact that it makes for you. For those of you who are in an established bond, when we focus on heart, it tends to bring that much more an appreciation for the love that you have. This is very much about that love connection with your partner. And this can be a reawakening of sorts and a fresh starts of sorts to feel yourself that much more in love. Remember, this is a very positively aspected, meaning lots of friendly conversations happening with this new moon. And with that element of vulnerability, well, it does suggest that you're able to feel that much closer to your partner, but also feel that much more expansive and that much more that the two of you can grow in your understanding of love together. So it really can be very nice. And even if you are with your established partner, I must say, look, an innocent flirtation may come up at this time, still ends up being meaningful to you, even though you know where it is that you really want to be. We will end this month on a full moon. Now, this is a pretty intense energy, I must say. There's some strong energy playing out. My eye is on this full moon, I must say. And we are closing the month with a full moon that is happening across the sky from Mercury retrograde, and also speaking with Mars and Saturn. Now, this is a type of conversation that astrologers call a T-square, and it is one of some tension. And this is a conversation that speaks powerfully to a desire to move forward, to take action, but also knowing that maybe you need to practice some restraint, need to take a more measured approach. But here's the thing. This full moon is happening in the sign just before yours, happening in a part of the sky that has to do with closures, especially things like karmic closure, has to do with deep personal understandings of where it is that a certain situation, a certain person, a certain way of being has served its purpose in your life. And there's an element here of a lot going on under the surface, a lot going on behind the scenes. Sometimes our dreams can be very vivid indeed when we have such strong energy like this in this part of the sky for you. So as I look at this, I do feel that very likely there will be a sense of knowing for you of where it is that change needs to happen. Some sense of awareness may come up as well. Whether or not you're able to fully take action right away based on what comes forward or not, you will know in light of your unique circumstances. But I do just want you to be a little bit mindful, because of course Mercury is retrograde. And when Mercury is retrograde, what it means is that the information we get may not necessarily be accurate, may not be thorough, may not be clear. So we may need to pace ourselves a little bit. So it does look like a lot is coming forward from within you, but at the same time, a lot is changing as well. And this is actually very necessary. Coming up a month later, 20.5 days later actually, and of course I'll be here to talk about it as we go along, but in 28.5 days after that full moon will be a full moon in your sign. And that is going to represent a real turning point for you in terms of awareness. And of course, I'll be here to talk about it as we go along. But look, this sets the stage. This is an important part of the process. Before your life really starts to look that much different, first an inner process has to happen. And this is an important step in that inner process. And that is part of what I love about this month for you. I must say, at the very least, keep a dream journal. You'll be very excited about what comes forward, and you can really find yourself bringing closure and putting healing and positive spins and energies and understandings and awareness and consciousness to what was. And ultimately, this will allow you to connect with yourself that much more deeply and know where it is that you are on the precipice of a fresh, new understanding of the essential truths of who you are. But keep in mind, of course, that new moon. I'm so excited about that new moon for you. I feel like you will get in touch with the power of your heart and feel that much more delight. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this every week by logging on to astrofabulous.com or nadiyashah.com. Sign up to be one of my superstars. Superstars get expansive, exclusive video scopes every week, and so much more in the superstar space at nadiyashah.com or astrofabulous.com. Well, thank you so much for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.